1. Worshipping other gods. The absolute cardinal sin. Before murder, before adultery, before anything. You shall have no other gods before me. Period. No Buddha statues, no crystals, no universe worship, no treating celebrities like deities, no making money your master. This isn't just first on the list by accident. It's first because everything else flows from this. God's jealousy isn't petty human emotion. It's like a husband's jealousy for his wife's faithfulness. Worship another god? In ancient Israel, that meant death. Entire cities were destroyed for this. The ground opened up and swallowed families whole. Fire fell from heaven. Plagues decimated populations. Why so extreme? Because spiritual adultery corrupts everything it touches. And idolatry? Don't think golden calves. Think anything you'd save first in a fire before your Bible. Your phone? Your bank account? That promotion? The second commandment forbids making any image to worship. Not just other gods. Any image. Even of the true God. Why? Because the infinite can't be contained in the finite. The Creator won't be reduced to creation. 2. Sorcery, witchcraft, and divination. Your horoscope? Forbidden. Tarot cards? Forbidden. Ouija boards? Extremely forbidden. Palm reading, crystal balls, mediums claiming to contact your dead grandmother? All abominations. Deuteronomy 18 calls these practices detestable. Not just wrong, detestable. King Saul consulted a medium at Endor. It cost him his kingdom and life. The city of Ephesus burned their magic books publicly, worth 50,000 days' wages. That's about $7 million today. They understood something we've forgotten. Spiritual forces are real, and most aren't friendly. But it's just entertainment. Tell that to King Manasseh, who practiced sorcery and consulted mediums. His reign brought such evil that God said he would wipe Jerusalem like wiping a dish. The Bible's message is clear. You don't play with spiritual dynamite and walk away unburned. These practices open doors that should stay locked. 3. Child sacrifice. Yes, this was real. Parents would burn their children alive to the god Molech. The screams were drowned out by loud drums. Hence the valley where this happened, Gehenna, became the Hebrew word for hell itself. God calls this the most abominable practice imaginable. But nobody does this today. Don't be so sure. What about sacrificing your children's well-being for career success? Exposing them to harmful content for convenience? Prioritizing everything above their spiritual development? The method's changed. The principle remains. God says children are a heritage, a reward. Cultures that hurt children invite judgment. Millstones around necks and cast into the sea. That's Christ's verdict on those who cause little ones to stumble. 4. The sexual prohibitions. Adultery. Just looking at someone with lust, Jesus says, makes you guilty. That Instagram model you follow? Those thoughts you entertain? Already adultery. The porn addiction nobody knows about? Fornication? Sex before marriage? Forbidden, despite what culture says. Then it gets more specific. Incest. Leviticus lists every possible combination. A man with his mother, sister, daughter, aunt, daughter-in-law. All forbidden, all called abominations. This isn't about identity or attraction, it's about acts. Bestiality. Sex with animals. Death penalty in ancient Israel, for both human and animal. Why so severe? Because sexuality is sacred. It's the image of Christ in the church. Corrupt it, and you corrupt the very picture of salvation. These aren't arbitrary rules. They're boundaries protecting something holy. 5. Murder and bloodshed. You shall not murder. Seems obvious. But Jesus explodes this commandment. Call someone fool in anger? You're liable for hell. Hatred equals murder in God's court. That person you can't forgive? That grudge you're nursing? Murder in your heart. Cain killed Abel, and God said Abel's blood cried from the ground. Every murder victim's blood cries for justice. And God hears every cry. King David had Uriah killed. The sword never left his house. Ahab killed Naboth for his vineyard. Dogs licked Ahab's blood where Naboth died. God keeps receipts, but it goes beyond physical killing. Character assassination. Destroying someone's reputation. Crushing someone's spirit. The tongue, James says, is set on fire by hell itself. How many have you murdered with words? How many walking dead have you created? 6. Stealing and lying. Not just taking property, stealing time by showing up late, stealing productivity by slacking at work, stealing glory by taking credit, stealing joy by spreading negativity. Every form of taking what isn't yours, forbidden. Lying? Bearing false witness meant perjury in court, but God hates all lies, white lies, exaggerations, half-truths, misleading silence. Satan is the father of lies. When you lie, you speak his native language. Ananias and Sapphira lied about money, dropped dead instantly. God takes truth seriously. And gossip. The Bible groups it with murder. That juicy information you're dying to share, those prayer requests that are really gossip in disguise, the casual slander over coffee. Proverbs says gossip separates close friends. James says the tongue corrupts the whole body. Your words have killed more relationships than you realize. 7. Coveting. The only commandment that's entirely mental. You can murder without killing, steal without taking, commit adultery without touching. It all starts with coveting. Wanting what isn't yours. Your neighbor's house, their spouse, their success, their Instagram life. This is the gateway sin. Eve coveted wisdom. David coveted Bathsheba. Achan coveted gold and a robe. Judas coveted silver. Every external sin starts with internal desire. That's why God forbids the thought, not just the action. Cut it off at the root. Social media is a coveting machine. Comparison is coveting's fuel. Discontentment is its fruit. You scroll, you want, you resent, you sin. The 10th commandment is God's firewall against every other sin. Master your desires, or they'll master you. 8. The ceremonial laws that baffle modern minds. No pork, bacon was forbidden. No shellfish, shrimp, lobster, crab, all abominations. No mixing fabrics, wool and linen together was prohibited. No tattoos, marking your body was forbidden. No touching dead bodies, instant uncleanness. But why? These laws separated Israel from pagan nations. Every meal, every outfit, every day reminded them, you're different, you're holy, you're mine. The food laws taught discrimination between clean and unclean. The fabric laws taught not mixing holy and common. The tattoo prohibitions separated them from pagan mourning rites. Most Christians believe Christ fulfilled these ceremonial laws. The New Testament declares all foods clean, but the principle remains. God's people should be distinct, not weird for weirdness' sake, but different because holy. What marks you as God's? What separates you from the world? If nothing, something's wrong. 9. Dishonoring father and mother. The only commandment with a promise, that your days may be long. In ancient Israel, cursing your parents brought the death penalty. Striking them meant execution. This seems extreme until you understand. The family is society's foundation. Destroy families, destroy civilization. Honor doesn't mean obey if they're perfect. It means respect the position even if the person fails. Care for them in old age. Don't publicly shame them. Don't abandon them. The way you treat your parents reveals your heart toward all authority, including God's. Jesus condemned the Pharisees for creating loopholes to avoid caring for parents. Paul says anyone who doesn't provide for their family has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Our elder-abandoning, parent-dishonoring culture is storing up judgment. How you treat those who raised you matters eternally. 10. Pride, the sin that casts Satan from heaven, the sin behind every other sin. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Not just disagrees with, opposes. God actively fights against the proud. Let that sink in. Pride says, I don't need God. Pride says, I know better. Pride says, I deserve more. It was pride that made Eve think she could be like God. Pride that made Pharaoh challenge God. Pride that made Nebuchadnezzar eat grass like an animal. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. The scary part? Pride blinds you to pride. The proud don't know they're proud. They think they're just confident, just capable, just correct. Meanwhile, God opposes them. Every victory turns to defeat. Every blessing becomes a curse, because the Creator won't share glory with creation. 11. Greed and the love of money. Not money itself. Money is neutral, but the love of it? The root of all kinds of evil. Judas sold Jesus for silver. Achan's greed brought defeat to Israel. The rich young ruler walked away from Christ rather than sell his possessions. Jesus spoke more about money than heaven and hell combined. Why? Because your heart follows your treasure. Where your money goes, your worship follows. You cannot serve both God and money. Not, should not, cannot. It's impossible. One will master you. The prosperity gospel is literally anti-gospel. Jesus said foxes have holes, but he had nowhere to lay his head. Paul learned to be content with nothing or abundance. The early church shared everything. Modern Christianity's wealth obsession would horrify them. How much is enough? If you're still asking, it's already too much. 12. Drunkenness and gluttony. Your body is a temple. Drunkenness defiles it, not drinking. Jesus made wine. But drunkenness, loss of control, substituting spirits for the spirit. Noah got drunk and ended up naked and cursed. Lot got drunk and committed incest. Alcohol has destroyed more families than war. Gluttony, the forgotten sin. The body obsessed with consumption, not just food. Binge watching, endless scrolling, constant consuming, never satisfied, always craving more. Proverbs says the glutton will come to poverty. But worse, they've made their stomach their god. The principle? Your body isn't yours. You were bought with a price. Every cigarette, every drug, every excess dishonors the one who lives in you. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit. If you can't control your appetites, they control you. Here's what most miss. These aren't arbitrary rules from a cosmic killjoy. Every prohibition protects something precious. Don't commit adultery protects marriage. Don't lie protects truth. Don't murder protects life. Don't covet protects contentment. God doesn't forbid things to limit your joy, but to protect it. The forbidden things aren't forbidden because they're fun. They're forbidden because they're fatal. Sin isn't breaking rules. It's breaking relationship. With God, with others, with yourself. Every thou shall not is really God saying, don't hurt yourself, beloved. But here's the plot twist that changes everything. You've already broken most of these. Lied, guilty, lusted, guilty, coveted, guilty, dishonored parents, guilty, pride, absolutely guilty. If breaking God's law brings death, we're all dead people walking. That's the point. The law wasn't given to save you. It was given to show you need saving. Every prohibition proves you can't keep them. Every thou shall not points to your need for someone who never violated a single one. The law is a mirror showing your face is dirty, not soap to clean it. This is why Christ came. He kept every law perfectly, then died as if he broke them all, taking your death penalty, your punishment, your place. The law that condemns you couldn't condemn him, so he condemned it instead, nailing it to the cross, making you free from forbidden fabrics to fornication, from consulting the dead to dishonoring parents, from pride to pork. The Bible's prohibitions reveal one truth: holiness isn't human. You can't achieve it. You can only receive it. Every forbidden thing proves you need forgiveness. Every broken law points to your need for grace. So which prohibition surprised you most? The tattoo ban? The thought crimes? The fact that pride puts you in opposition to God himself? Comment below. But more importantly, what are you still practicing? What forbidden thing still has its hooks in you? Because here's the truth. Knowing what's forbidden isn't enough. The Pharisees knew every law perfectly and killed the lawgiver. Knowledge without transformation is condemnation with education. You need more than information. You need liberation. If this exposed areas you've been blind to, hit subscribe. Share it with someone who thinks biblical morality is outdated, because these aren't ancient restrictions. They're eternal protections.